out. What's good? We're about to talk about the NBA players, which is Chauncey Billups and Rozier. They basically been charged with uh, federal crime for basically being some gamblers, and it's really a terrible situation for those two dudes because it's really terrible for them, and they basically are millionaires been getting money for millions of years. Well, not millions of years, but at least 2 decades. Uh, well, at least one of them probably been in there one decade, but I know Chauncey Billups been in there about 2 or 3 decades, and now all these guys have lost their careers and they losing their money, and I feel sorry for them because they have made such an impact in the games in a time frame, but now it's looking like they basically finna go down. Terry Rozier, and the NBA is going crazy. They actually having a lot of bad, like I guess you can call it press right now because everybody's looking at them like if they gambling and they caught, how many more people are actually doing this? You know, how many more people are actually gambling and things like that. So I just wanted to come to y'all and talk to y'all about that because I thought that's crazy. We all watch the NBA. We all been fans of the NBA so long, and just been rocking with it. It's been fun. But to see that these guys are actually gambling, and imagine me and you gambling, they taking our money because we wouldn't know if a person going to sit out the games, if a person is going to work and go to work and not sit out the games. We wouldn't know whatever these guys going to do. We just assume that they're going to do the right thing, but none of this stuff is locked and loaded, and they just show you that when money is involved. Because you mean Chauncey Billups, which is like a guy who played with the Detroit. Now he like excuse me. He actually is an assistant coach. Now he a coach, look like for the Portland Trailblazers. Like this guy been in the NBA for years, so he has gotten a lot of money. And now you turn around and you saying you gambling and you finna give up all your shit just to go sit in a jail cell or even have to fight a case. It's like, dude, come on. I know you're smarter than this, and they just don't be that smart. Thank you, Queen. And so now he didn't put himself where he gonna not just be an NBA legend, but you're gonna be a criminal, and you're gonna be sitting your butt in a jail cell, and all that you built up is gonna be down the drain, and it's like stupid. You put all that work in, becoming a champion and becoming a special league, just to go down. And they say this dude was actually hooking up and gambling with the mob. So he really stupid. You know what I mean? Like gambling with the mob, my nigga. Like, damn, that's what you was doing. Like you cannot be that crazy. Like the Genovese, the feds, they named about 5 or 6 families this nigga was kicking it with. And it's like, whoa, you that crazy? Like, I mean, cause think about it, they'll kill you if you snitch. They will kill your family members if you snitch. That ain't nothing you want to get caught up in. Imagine having to snitch and you afraid to try to snitch. Like you just don't even want to take a chance. Like I just came. I don't want to do it because if I say something, they'll come and they probably telling you that. But they letting you know, like, yo, anything happen, we know where your family is. And you're like, oh, you ain't got to worry about me. I'm cool. But you sitting back like, oh my god, why they even joking like that? Like, man, don't even talk like that. But this is the mob, and you playing with them like y'all gambling. I would be scared as hell to be around them niggas, man. I'd be like, man, we can't kick it, man. No, I don't even. Don't call me, bro. Like, look, we kicked it that one weekend, but I ain't coming back. You sure? You sure you ain't coming back? Nah, man, I'm cool, man. And they like, dude, man, he's scary, man. Like, but y'all who y'all are, and y'all got a name. Everybody know who you is already. Like, why would I come hang around you? Why would I be y'all buddy? Like, I know what y'all got, how y'all get down. You know what I'm saying? Show guy, what's up, man? And so I appreciate y'all checking me out, whoever come. But I mean, these guys really should be using their brains a little bit more smarter because going to sit in prison and you're an NBA player, imagine having to go out there and deal with the police and deal with going to jail. Now all of a sudden you got to choose if you're a Crip or a Blood, and you got to figure it out like today because they having a gang war, and you only been in jail for like 6 hours. You ain't even really been there a whole 24 hours. You a millionaire. You got your bathroom is bigger than most people houses, most people apartments. You walk in the crib. and it take you 3 minutes to come from the front to walk to the front of your house from the back, and you like you rich, and you sitting up here doing some sneaky shit like running with the mob, like what you don't know they mafia bosses and shit. What's up with you, bro? Welcome to the show, man. Appreciate you kicking it over here, show guy, and everybody else who come check out the content. You know, I thought I should talk to y'all about that because I thought it was crazy that some rich NBA players should put themselves in a predicament to go to jail. It's like, damn, man, y'all niggas could have just stayed in the hood, you know what I'm saying, and be done, and not even go to jail. Should the NBA players go to prison for gambling? Because that's what they did. In case y'all don't know, they was gambling, man. And that's really what the problem is because a lot of people put a lot of money into that gambling shit. And then if you're an NBA player and you basically gonna leave the game early because you know that, they betting like this, and if y'all lose, you get a cut, then that means you really a snake. Should the NBA players go to prison for gambling? And that's really the problem with them because it's a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? My bro says, Soy's P said, why you want to talk about this? Genuine question. Well, one thing is that I love basketball. I played basketball my entire life. And let's go and say it again. My entire life. Now, I was not into going into no like NBA and nothing like that because again, it's my entire life. I played basketball every day, so I didn't do it like, oh, I'm going to get a job in the NBA. It's just basketball. It's like if you play something or if you run or if you jump, you're not jumping so you can go to the Olympics. You jumping because you like to jump. It's nothing to do with no sporting company or nothing to do with corporations. It's just a game I fell in love with because I stayed across the street from the basketball court. So I grew up doing it so long that it's become a part of my life. So even as my age now, when it's time to go work out or do something like that, I'm almost time to play basketball. I might not do a marathon. I might not go to the gym and things like that, but I'm gonna get a ball like right here and sitting inches from me for whatever reason because I literally haven't touched this thing in a minute, and it's just something I'm into. You know what I'm saying? So I love the game. I've always loved it, and you do too. I know you do. Even if you just watch it. So when I saw this, it's like you see these guys give up something so cherishable, which is multi-millions of dollars, and becoming a player. What's up, Yarub? What's well, that's all my people right there. Yo, and I appreciate y'all coming to check us out, man. And I appreciate y'all taking the poll. You know what I'm saying? Because we got people that's been voting in the poll. Excuse me. Should the NBA players go to prison for gambling? And whether we decide that or not is not really going to make no never mind because the people who are really going to decide is those jury and that judge and the prosecutors. They the ones who really going to decide. And if they're saying that this guy's been running with mob bosses and mafiosos, then it's going to be hard to walk that back. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be hard to not let that be something that affects you because people are spending money to be watching the NBA and NFL. Let me hit that button. And what we got going on? Something like that can be an addiction and gambling, right? Like that thrill. And some people are in the play or don't have the mind to truly stop. That's true. But the thing is that you put a big responsibility on yourself when you actually in the NBA. Now, yeah, maybe somebody do have a problem with gambling and they need help. But if you in the NBA, you probably should just go to the people on the inside and let them know what's going on because look what you can do to yourself. These guys are losing their legacy and their money and they're about to lose their freedom. So it's really bad. You're losing your freedom over what? $100,000, $300,000. What was you making? $10 million? They wasn't making no 10 million, $20 million. Well, my biggest point is you get too used to having rich shit, boats, big mansions, expensive cars. And when you leave the NBA, you don't make that kind of money no more. So now you got to figure out a way to get to that kind of still that money. What's up, Makina? So by not getting a way to get to that money level again, because if you was getting a check for, let's say you was getting a check for $214,000, and you got $214,000 like maybe 14 times. Like your check just every time it hit, it's 200 bands. So now you sitting back like, I love getting checks for $200,000. So as soon as you start seeing a check come in and it's your check for the same time period, it is like 30,000 and it's like 114,000 or 28,000. You like, whoa, I'm used to that 200K. So now you thinking to yourself, how do I get back to that 200K level? So if people know that your desperation is high because they can see your lifestyle and they will come to you and say, look, this how you get extra money. And you can be like, how much is it to get involved? All right, look, let's try it. And then you waiting for that one windfall. And if it ever comes in when you get a windfall, well, now you're gonna know your new hustle. Your new hustle is gonna be that. You're gonna be feeling to yourself like, this is what I do. I'm on this grind. I'm getting my money like this. I'm not gonna look back. So I think that those guys have really put themselves in really a tumultuous situation to have to go sit down in jail now after being free their whole lives, after being multimillionaires as long as they've been adults. And now you have to go sit down in the prison system because all of these guys really are people who never thought about being in the streets. And so if you're running with mob bosses and mafioso, La Costa Nostra, to me, you seem even dumber because a lot of times in the black culture, we'll look down on a gangbanger or a drug dealer or somebody that's from the underworld. And we'll say, oh, no, he bad for, the aunties, the cousins, the family members will be like, don't go around cousin Ronnie. Because if you go around him, he going to have your motherfucking ass in jail. He no, don't go, and especially if you go out with the cousin or the family member that's successful and the shootout happened or some robbery occurred. And now it's like, you got him robbed. He wouldn't have happened if he wasn't with you. Now that cousin sitting around drinking heavy and getting high, like I was not my intention. I never knew nothing like that was gonna happen. I swear to God, why everybody in the family hate me now? But these same NBA players, instead of hanging with the black person that's in their family or bringing them up to their speed or saying, hey, Ronnie, we tired of you selling dope, man, but I know you know money, so why don't you come work with me? They'll say, no, don't be around him. We just going to get away from you. I'm going to marry this girl. I'm going to live over here, and I'm not going to dig around that. I'm not going to be around that family member some more. So, but then they'll just as fast go hang with some mafioso dudes because they white and don't know nothing about their history, don't know nothing about what these guys be up to. But just because they white guys, they'd be like, you know what? These my man, these my homie, man. We've been knowing each other for years now. We've been doing stuff. We always gamble. We travel. We be doing stuff together. They got money. I got money. I don't know what they do for a living, but they got money. I know they can't be doing nothing too criminal the whole time. Oh, we gamble on Tuesdays a lot. And that's the criminal activity. For some reason, they can't see that it's the same thing. You know, they can't see that that's the same exact thing. You know what I mean? You basically could have just been hanging out with your quote unquote bad cousin or family member or a buddy versus you just hanging with some La Costa Nostra dude who you really don't fucking know. And then as soon as the white people figured out that that's who you hanging with, you in jail. They not like, oh, you guys are friends? Nah, I didn't know. Oh, you guys are friends? Arrest him. You sitting back like, what the fuck? Arrest me? I ain't even. All I said was, all I was trying to. So it's like that. It's like the guys don't really be having a real. To me, they don't be really having a real understanding on how to stay free when you get to that level. But I guess that level is hard to keep up with. So you almost taking a chance. And nothing else. You get out of jail in 5 years, whatever. You get to be like, I get to write a book. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm writing a book now. You know what I'm saying? So it's going crazy. I see the comment section going crazy. We got Mercer. He going crazy. He need a little attention out there. But I'm going to go ahead and rock with old boy Mercer today because he actually on the first. This is my first live. So I ain't going to do all of the whole get out my message going crazy. But I don't see your message, bro, and we're gonna leave it right there. So don't go crazy on the people, man. Let the people live, man. But I do appreciate y'all coming to check me out. This is my first live show on my channel, and I love YouTube. It's been fun. I watch it so much myself, and and we kick it. You know what I'm saying? But as for a live, I know that they do certain things on here to stop people from talking and trolling and all of that stuff. But we ain't on no rules today. The first day is just like in school. When you come the first day and you be like, I gotta go to school the first day. Hey, then you go in there and the teacher be like, this is the first day. Ain't no homework, ain't no rules. You can do what you want to do. You can leave when you want to leave. You were like, what? Leave when I want to leave. Well, I'm gonna still stay for at least an hour just so it looked like I went to class. I'm not just gonna walk out of here. And then you see some of your friends who are not necessarily friends, but people in the class, and they'll stay the whole class. You be like, man, you ain't finna leave. What's wrong with you? And they be like, I came to school and I'm just gonna sit in class until 4 p.m. and I don't give a damn. You be like, oh, hey, look, I gave me my first 34 minutes. I sat in here. I'm out. See you teaching, then the next day you be like, why can't that other day be like that first day? And that teacher be like, open your books. And you be like, damn, time to learn. Shit. So that's how we kicking it on here. We just gonna let it, we just gonna live a day. You know what I mean? Yeah, you just let them live, man. That's all. We just gonna live it up today. But as far as or these NBA players, it's kind of horrible that they gave up their money and their freedom like that. But it also should teach us a lesson about money. Like money is a good thing and it's important to have, and it's gonna make us all have to work until we older than I am, way older. So that is the reality. You got to work. So if you try to cut corners, slip and slide, take your money and get it this way, and behind the scenes, it's always something lurking that you can't see. And that thing lurking, look at this. If you notice that they didn't mention nothing about none of these mafioso people, you don't know no faces. You just heard the name. Hey, he was hanging with the Genovese and this whoever names the Bananas or whatever the mob names that they was using, but they showing these guys faces. Like here's their face. Like it's not even like no hidden. The news is like Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier. Like it ain't even. It's like you know exactly who the hell is being dealt with in this scenario. You don't know why they did it, but you can look right there and see it's actually him, and it's like, damn. So they lost their legacy, they lost their money, and they just might lose their freedom. So that's all I got for this podcast today, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you. Thank you for making me feel at home. Thank you for kicking it with me. At the end of this video, I'm going to probably link this to one of my other videos. And soon, well, I got to make some more videos, but we'll have some more content for y'all. And I'll be probably seeing y'all tomorrow at the same time. And I appreciate you watching. Thank you. Have a good day.